Hi, welcome to Gary's Grow Your Own Food. Today we're going to be talking about, we're getting ready to plant tomatoes. I'm not going to actually do it today because I had trouble with my tiller, so I bought another tiller, electric tiller. We're going to try that out, see how that works on the garden where I was going to plant them. But I've got the cover crop mowed down where I was going to plant the tomatoes. The tomatoes are coming out pretty good. Over here, I'm trying to stay out of the sunlight. These are dwarf tomatoes. Dwarf tomatoes are good because you can sit there and plant them in a 5-gallon bucket. So, you know, that's what they're kind of made for, or designed for. We have Sweet Sue, Fred's Tie-Dye, Kookaburra Cackle, or Kookaburra, can't remember which way it goes. Tasmanian Chocolate. These are the variegated peppers that I've got some seeds for. We're going to see if they're variegated or not. My pepper deal has really went bad, and I think I know why. I had that big light on them, and I think it just got too hot. I had one of those infrared thermometers, but can't find it. Somebody put it up, and now we can't find it. So, and I haven't used it since last year. So, you know, that's my biggest guess, because it was pretty much, I mean, I got some to start sprouting and then they died on me. So it's either that they got too hot and died, or they got dampened off. The only thing about it is these over here seem to do kind of okay, and the tomatoes did fine. So, but anyway, sometimes you can get stuff too hot, and you do need to kind of monitor your heat. Where I had just the LED lights, it's all tomatoes, and they did just fine. This is I don't know which variety it is, but it is a dwarf tomato, and say it's got some little blooms on it. So far it's been dropping its blooms for the most part. I think all of them, but it should start setting them here pretty soon. Sometimes tomatoes do that. These here are the micro dwarfs, and can you kind of reach in? If you notice right there, some of the flower buds coming up. Flower buds right there, so it's fixing to come up. Now this one here is just a regular dwarf. It's not a micro dwarf, it's a fuzzy wuzzy, because it's got that real fuzzy leaf to it. Have a little bit of fuzz on the tomato itself, but these here, and we're going to try to get to where you can see these a little bit. If you've seen them last time, they've done a lot of growing. When they get to this stage, they'll really take off and grow. And kind of come in here, you can kind of see the different. Can you see the variety, son? I did have a little bit of pink lemonade, pink brandy wine. They're just smaller. When I plant these out, I'll plant one on either side and let these grow a little bit. They're probably planted maybe a week apart. But you know, I got Tossinators and the Saucy Lady and Chef Blacks and several different varieties. I'll go over the varieties more when I get them planted. Right now, I'm putting them outside, which does beg the question: when's the best time to plant your tomatoes outside? In the South, if you plant the tomatoes when all signs of frost is gone, the heat's going to get you. It's just going to. And a lot of times, I mean, last year we had late frost, and one of the weathermen who doesn't garden, who started crowing about, well, I just want everybody to wait. You know, you need to plant your, don't plant your stuff too early. You know, we still may get a frost. And I was going, but that was March 20th. You wait into May. I mean, you wait into April to plant your tomatoes. You're not going to make very many, if any, tomatoes. At least down here in, you know, zone 9A in Texas. It just gets too hot too soon. To kind of tell you why, it takes about 45 days from the time you plant that transplant till it starts putting on blooms. So you plant it out, it grows big, it starts putting on blooms. Well, if you plant that thing, say April 15th, that's going to be May 1st to June 1st, 45 days. June 1st can get hot. And if you get above 92, 93 degrees, or 92, 93 degrees, the pollination goes way down. This pollination will clump up, it goes sterile on you, it just doesn't produce. So you've got to beat the heat. So what I do, I plant early. I look at the long range forecast. Right now, look at the long range forecast. Next 10 days, there's no chance of frost. Everything's in the lows. I think anywhere from 46, 47 degrees was for our lows in Buna. If you get closer to Beaumont, it's even less than that. Look at your long range forecast. If there's no temperatures in the 30s, you're good to go, unless the weatherman screws up. But let's say you do get that late freeze or or even that late frost, it gets down 35 degrees, you can get a frost and it'll kill your tomatoes, or at least knock them back. That's whenever you can take something like this, cut the bottom out of it, put it over top of it. This is just a regular water jug, and that'll protect it. The other thing you can do is 5-gallon bucket. This is real easy. Just take it, we've got it, set it over like that. That's going to stop all your frost. You know, frost has to be exposed to the air. Now, let's say it's going to get down below freezing. At that point, I'm going to put the, and by the way, cardboard actually works pretty good. Put your bucket over it, and then I take landscape fabric. Find a reason for that stuff because it doesn't work very good for controlling weeds. I throw that landscape fabric over the top of it. We got down to probably the upper 20s, and I had damage the day before I covered them, because the day before it was real clear skies and we had a frost. But the freeze came the next night. After I covered them, I got no more damage on them, and they all survived. So, you know, be prepared. You know, if you got 5 or 6 tomatoes, get you some buckets just in case. And let's say that you're going to work that day and it's supposed to get, you know, frosty. You're gonna go to work the next day, it's gonna have frost that night, just put the bucket over top of it, leave it on there, take it off when you get home the next day. I mean, you know, you don't keep one of these things covered up for a day isn't gonna hurt them. So again, try to get your tomatoes in early. It's really tomato planting time. Sad thing about it, if you don't grow your own tomatoes, you really can't find them right now in the stores. That's one reason I grow my own. Also for the fact that there are different varieties of stuff you can grow. So, you know, again, tomatoes are easy. Apparently peppers are harder. And when I get ready to plant them, I'll show you how I plant them out and space and all that. But anyway, thanks for watching.